Hi, Royal Ones. This is Miss Gigi coming at you again with another juicy episode. Let's get straight into it. Let's talk about things that can destroy your marriage or your relationship. Um, this can make you miserable and very unhappy. Uh, if you're always nagging your spouse, your lover, you are always angry, nagging, and complaining about something instead of just expressing yourself in a calm manner, instead of having patience and you're just negative, nagging all the time. Ain't nobody gonna sit there and take that. It's not. That's not healthy. That's not cool. That man's gonna get tired of that. That woman's gonna get tired of all that negative, all that nagging. All that nagging is not gonna get you nowhere. Are you prohibiting number two? Are you prohibiting your lover from seeing his hanging out with his friends and family? That's so controlling. I mean, they were here before you got in that relationship with that man, that woman, and then so you're gonna try to say, oh, you can't hang out with your friends no more. Now that we together, and you say, oh, you can't see your family no more. You mine, I own you. Excuse me, what? You can't do that. That's not gonna last long. I mean, you can isolate them for only for so long, but why would you do that? Why are you isolating them from their friends and their family? That's not healthy. That's not fair. And he's gonna eventually resent you. She's gonna eventually resent you for that. Number three, things that can destroy your marriage or your relationship. Keep up with your personal hygiene. You know, wash and dish often. Men shave your beard and mustache. Smell good. Use cologne, different body washes. Like I'm gonna tell you one of my secrets. I like to use Epsom salt it's the skin. I have a jar. I put my Epsom salt in a jar, and then I put almond. This is my homemade version of a body wash. Almond oil, liquid black soap, and coconut oil. And it smells so very good. That fractionated coconut oil, you put that in there, squeeze it in there, and you put it in the Epsom salt, and you scrub your skin, and then the black soap will lather up, and you got coconut and you smell like coconut and almond oil and shea butter. It smells so very good. And then I use the shea butter after I bath, and my skin is so smooth and silky. It feels amazing. It smells and feels amazing. So you can also use black soap to wash your hair. So I love my black soap. I recommend. It helps with the melanin in my skin. So I recommend black soap. Um, stay no four. Get dressed up like more often, like every single day to appease your spouse. Don't let yourself go start dressing, in a way that's not attractive to your spouse. Some people when they get in a relationship or marriage, they tend to let themselves go, let themselves slide. They stop dressing up, they stop doing their hair, they stop doing their makeup. And then the very same thing that attracted me to you, that's what you stop doing. You let yourself go. Why you do that? Wear nice clothes. That's the art of seduction, both men and women. Number five, be safe. Like have an intelligent conversation. It's called sapiosexual. Um, Men love when women have intelligent conversation. It stimulates them mentally. And then there's some women that love having a very intelligent conversation with men. So let's just say both men and women enjoy having an intelligent conversation. So let's just be that individual that can give our man intelligent conversation. It speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. Um, Stop taking your spouse contribution for granted in regards to money. Um, if in regards to say like the spouse who's the breadwinner, you have to accept your spouse's contribution until they can have something, work out something when like a 80-20 type of situation. If you're the heavier spouse and you make more money and your spouse makes less than you, but they're making their contribution in half of their check or 50% of their check is more than it's not equivalent to your 80%, but they're all is everything that they got, they can give you. If it's not breadcrumbing, but it's not on your level, but it's their actual honest contribution, then you should accept that contribution and not take that for granted. You understand? That makes so much more sense. That'll, because a lot of marriages and relationships end because of money contribution. And if that other spouse is just like generally breadcrumbing you, and they're just saying, okay, I'm getting this unemployment check and this is all you're gonna get. I'm not gonna try to get no job. I'm gonna do this every 6 months. And then that's different. Then you can let that's a loser. Then you can let that go. Or they only depending on the Social Security check and they're not trying to do anything more other than what they're bringing in. Then yes, that person is a loser. He's using you. He's breadcrumbing you. He's working the system. He's trying to milk the system and get as much out of it as he can or she can without, making any much of effort. He's using the government, food stamps, Medicaid, this and that, third. But then yes, then that person is not really trying. But in regards to money, this tends to be the reason why relationships and marriages end. So it's got to be an honest conversation around finances. Number 7, let's stop comparing what your ex did. Oh, my ex, he didn't used to treat me like or either he was a good man or a bad man, but you always comparing that man to your current husband, and you rubbing that in your husband's face all the time. That's not gonna make him feel good, and he's not gonna stay there around long for that type of abusive conversation. Like, if you keep overcompensating, having too much conversation about your ex, is gonna like that's where you want to be. And then the same thing with the woman. If that man keep bringing up what his ex used to do and the type of woman that she was, the type of woman that she is, because I'm telling you, my ex was, she, I appreciate how she didn't beg me for money. She didn't chase me down. She wasn't dependent on me. She did what she wanted to do, so it's like, that's what you like. You keep talking about bringing up what your ex did or didn't do. It becomes a conversation that's where you want to go back to. Because now we're having this conversation, it's starting to get repetitive. Because it's okay to have a healthy conversation about your ex-husband, your ex-spouse, but if you keep continually comparing the two, if there's compare and contrast in a negative manner, then the marriage is gonna fall apart. It's like, well, then go ahead and go back where you came from. Period. I don't have to deal with it. And then that's the attitude. Then that becomes that negative, toxic attitude. Number 8. Stop being a very difficult, contentious woman or a very difficult, contentious man that's never have no peace in the house, always argumentative, and you never happy, always walking around with that very negative, arrogant attitude. You never listen to what nobody has to say. You always right. This will destroy your marriage. If you always got to be the one that had the last say, then it'll be that. Don't live like that. And the Bible says it's better to live on the corner of a rooftop of a house than to live in a house with a brawling and contentious woman. And then anger rests in the bosoms of fools. So don't be living with no angry person. Number 9, is your man or your spouse or your husband or the woman, is she lazy? I don't do dirt. I don't cook. I don't clean. Whoa. But I will go to the mall. American Express, Visa. Where's that MasterCard, that black MasterCard? This woman or this man just will not work and has the opportunity to work but does not, but love to go out shopping or go hang out with friends and family. Listen, the idle mind is the devil's playground. Eventually this person is going to cheat or they're going to do something stupid. They're going to overspend and destroy all the resources in the bank. And you ain't going to have no savings, no safety net. That person is they don't want nothing out of life. They're blind. Number 10, they ain't got no vision. This man, this woman that does that, they ain't got they can't see their future because they don't want to see the best for you. They don't see how they can help you. They're gonna perish because they have no future. This will cause frustration in the relationship. And you're going to be unhappy. You're going to walk out or they're going to walk out, but it's going to end. Number 11. If this man is very arrogant now that he has money, now that he has a high-paying job, or now that his business is finally paying off, is he being disrespectful and dismissive? He's loud and boisterous, walking around like he's God, speaking in harsh, demeaning undertones, and using scary eye contact. Like saying, "Oh, now you know what I'm saying? I'm the man now. I got a good job. He making all this money. Is he now his arrogant, his attitude? That's because he think he can have more options, and that's because a lot of men do that. They cheat when they get money. That is just a lot of, not all, but that's why they get that attitude like that. But that's the type of thing that destroys marriages. Their attitude. I'm having a bad attitude like that. Number 12, jealousy of success. Now that you're booked and busy, your man got so much to say. When you was working, normal 8 hours a day, or when it wasn't as doing as good, it wasn't as much of a problem. But now that you're starting to, be more busier, he's complaining and a lot. And it's like, really, when the business wasn't as good, you were happy with that. And some people, success scares them because they think you're going to leave them. And that's not all the time. And then don't get jealous. Love is not boastful. Love does not hurt. Love is not jealous. Love does not envy. Love is supportive. And love is meant to feel safe. It's meant to feel safe. And you can join together in a partnership and run the business together instead of avoid being jealous of that person's success. You can build an empire together, but don't try to prevent that person's or sabotage that person's success, or frustrate them because they're working now, because they're not as home as more frequently. You got to give them grace for their gift and have her respect for that. Because if it was you, you would want them to give you grace. So give them grace. That could destroy your marriage if you're always complaining that they're working longer hours and they're never home. But then you want the bills paid, and then you want to go shopping, and you want the things that you want. But then they got to work the hours they got to work in order to bring in that money. You see how that one hand washes the other. Number 13, timing. Like, did you get enough time during your single season to heal before entering this marriage or this relationship? Did you really, really work on yourself? Because if you're complaining about your spouse being booked and busy, then apparently you haven't done enough work on yourself in order to be healthy, to have the healthy state of mind that will help you to have a healthier marriage. Because if you done that work, then you would not think that they would be doing something like that. You would not think those thoughts like that, because you would be busy and you would be faithful yourself and you would be loyal. So therefore, you wouldn't think your spouse would be doing anything else. And you have a healthy sense of communication with your spouse. You can trust them. Number 14, do you both have a relationship with God? I mean, if not, your marriage, your relationship is not, it's not going to last long, and your days are going to be short and full of trouble, and you most definitely will be miserable. Have enough faith to trust God to step in and let prayer changes things. The power of doing nothing. You got to trust God. If you got to be still. Stop trying to be God over your spouse. Stop trying to be God. You could cover your spouse and protect them and love them, but don't try to be God over them. And trust that God brought this person in your life to make a difference. And instead of walking away from your relationship when things get hard or filing for a divorce, just pray for your marriage. There's not enough prayer for your marriage. That's why your marriage is falling apart. Prayer is missing in today's relationships. Prayer is missing in today's marriages. So pray for your marriage and hear from God concerning your spouse before leaving. And wait for God to turn things around. Number 15, are you honestly having enough sex with your wife or your spouse? Are you having that keeping that romantic interest and having time for that. That's necessary because this avoids him cheating, because you know if you're not spending that quality time, then deep down inside you actually feel guilty because you know you're not spending enough time enough to have sex with your partner. You're not having enough sex during the week. You are really guilty. In the back of your mind, you know you're not doing what you need to do. As a man, you know you're not doing what you need to do to please your woman. I mean, this is period. This is serious. Like, you need to be honest with yourself on that. Um, Number 16. Are you spending quality time during date night? The quality of your date. Are you enjoying yourself? Are you going places and doing things that your spouse want to do? Are you really happy during date night? Are you really open and honest and communicating about what your needs are? And are you enjoying your vacation time when you're spending vacation time? Or are you thinking about going to work? Like, I just want to just hurry up and just get this vacation over with. I'll get this date over with so I can just go back to work. Or are you really interested in your spouse's conversation? Are you having an intelligent conversation? You and your spouse enjoying where you're at and being in that moment? Are you showing up present for your relationship with your spouse? Are you enjoying movie night? Are you talking about the movie? Are you talking about the future? Are you having a quality conversation during date night or on your vacation? If not, then it's not gonna go well. Your marriage is gonna fall apart. You're not showing up and being present for the conversation in the relationship. Number 17, we need to be honest about weight gain. Men and women, let's not overlook the fact that men will cheat on you if you gain like 30, 40 pounds and you act like he's supposed to still love you, but you're not healthy. And then you're wondering why there's articles around, why is there so much cheating in relationships? Because people are sweeping the weight thing under the carpet. And there's weight, and then there's a bad attitude. But at the same time, there's other factors in why men cheat. But we're really specifically talking about weight too. And we're not being honest about men do like healthier, slender women. And a lot of men do. A lot of men, not all, but a lot of men, and we need to address this and this toxic culture about big about all these women. Men love big girls need love too, yes, but big girls need to get healthy because y'all got more prescription pills for high blood pressure and diabetes than anybody I know. And blood thinners because your blood is clotting, because you got so much fat in your bloodstream that you're causing cardiac arrest and heart attacks and strokes. Number one killer in the human race is heart attacks, cardiac arrest, cardiovascular disease. Let's just be honest. Being thick ain't healthy. It might look cute, but it ain't healthy. And all these BBLs and all this other stuff like that, that's causing cardiac arrest and heart attacks and strokes too. People are dying on the table. For all that extra weight, you sucking at your stomach and putting it in your butt. Listen, all that ain't cute. That's not healthy. Okay, you need to lose the weight. Be honest, men and women. If you over 200 pounds, you need to get in shape, get healthy, get in the gym, get a personal trainer, have a nutritious diet, make better eating choices, because this is causing a breakdown in your marriage, and eventually your spouse it's not gonna, your marriage is gonna end, and you're gonna wonder why. Your spouse is no longer attracted to you, and your heart is gonna be broken because you did everything for that person, and that person is gonna stay with you, you know, out of guilt, and you're not gonna have a healthy marriage. You're gonna have a very toxic, unhealthy spouse. All right, Royal Ones, meet me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Thank you so much for listening to this message. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. Love, hugs, and kisses. Bye.